this notion that you can't be an ultra competitive, that you can't have that dog, you can't have that inner, I'm trying to kill, for the metaphor here, kill everyone that's involved and be a great sportsman is disingenuous.
Sure.
Because I believe two things can be true. You can compete at the highest of levels when you're on the field and you take no prisoners. I'm trying to leave everybody at my weight. But once the game is over, you can flip it and like, okay, man, congratulations. You won. You were the better team today. Great job. See you down the road maybe somewhere. But we don't always see that from him. We go back to Eli. And it seems to be it's always, you know, well, the Super Bowl, there's a lot of people. He sure sought out Matt Ryan. He sure sought out Russell Wilson. But he couldn't find Eli. He couldn't find Nick Foles. Now, all of a sudden, you know, now there's like 20 million people on the field.
Interesting.
I'm just, that's my only problem is that, look, I remember, and even coaches now, Skip, they go to center field. But you remember old coaches, they used to point like they do in the NBA. I don't remember Dan Reeves ever going to the middle of the field. He pointed across the field, see you down the road. That's the way it is. Okay, if that's the way we gonna be, got no problem with that. But I just think that, you know, this notion that, oh, he hates to lose. If you play this game, you hate losing. Now, obviously, the more invested you are, Tom Brady puts so much time in as far as film study, the way he works on his body. That's why it probably hurts him more than someone else that doesn't put that kind of time in. But everybody wants to win. They really do, Skip. But it just seems to me that he finds it's a lot easier for him to go to the midfield and shake a guy's hand after his team has won.
So, people don't want to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't care what Tom Brady does when the game is over, because I believe Tom Brady is a sore loser. I think he's a poor loser, a terrible loser, and you know the old cliche, show me a good loser, and I'll just show you a loser. Because this is the NFL's Michael Jeffrey Jordan. This is in a very misleading package because we see him post on Instagram, and he's this nerdy, corny dad on Instagram.
Yes.
You just say, what are you doing, man?
Right.
Because
you're never going to be cool. You're never going to have Peyton Manning's personality.
But he's just doing it. He just keeps doing it night after night after night with songs, and he's got the whole, he must have his own.
Sounds ridiculous, too.
Okay, so it does. He's the corny dad next door.
Yeah.
And down the block, that guy.
Yeah,
Mr. Brady.
They give out candy corn for Halloween candy.
He would. And then, by day, he turns into Psycho Tom. And he goes to Gillette, and he's Psycho Tom. And he is a cold-blooded killer on the football field. And I believe he gets himself into some state that goes somewhere else, where he's not even sure who he is on the football field. When the game's over, he's out of his mind. And I have zero problem with that because I had the privilege and the honor of covering Michael Jordan's team in Chicago, the last Bulls team. And I got to know Michael Jordan. And I'm not saying he's a nice guy, because he wasn't. And I think he took a little bit of a liking to me because he knew I didn't care what anybody thought of me, because he didn't care what anybody thought of him. In the end, when it was time to win a basketball game, he just won it, and then he didn't want to shake hands if he lost. He didn't do.
Well, basketball players are a little different.
It's different
because you play 82 times, and you're gonna see them again if you play them in your building, and if they're in the Western Conference, you're gonna go to their building, so you're gonna see them again. It's not like that in football unless you're in the same division, Skip. You know what I'm saying?
But those people who've viewed Michael Jordan as Space Jam's, you know, just like he's that guy. He's some Disney character.
No.
He was never that. He was never that guy, and he showed you once and for all who he really was in his Hall of Fame speech, because he went after everybody, right down the list. You, and you.
Yes.
I proved you wrong, and you wrong, and you wrong, and you wrong.
Yes.
And some of them were sitting right there in the crowd.
He invited them to do that.
Okay, fine.
That's a shame. You ought to be ashamed. You proud of that? You proud that the man invited somebody to his ceremony to embarrass him, Skip? Really?
He was not a nice guy. Not in that way. He was an assassin on the basketball court, and it carried over into his off-the-field life. I don't need him to be a role model. I don't need Tom Brady to be a role model. I don't even know who that guy is on Instagram, because I do know who this guy is on Sunday night at Gillette.
So you proud that Michael Jordan pulled a Nickelodeon on him? He invited him there to slime him. You see what I'm saying, Jenny? That was unnecessary. Skip, and maybe he looks at Mahomes.
Well, at least he showed you who he really was. You can take him or you can leave
Well,
him.
I wish I had known before he slimed me. So that gave me an opportunity. Now, maybe he looks at Patrick Mahomes and say, you know what, that dude's a special talent.
He did, and I believe that's why he went over there. But to your point, I'm with you on this.
Yeah.
If he had lost that game, he ain't going over there to tell the kid how great he is. I don't think so.
I don't believe so. But Skip, I believe two things can be true. I believe you can be ultra competitive. Skip, I was ultra competitive, but I couldn't win them all. Don't think I didn't try. But sometimes they get the best of you. You say, man, good job. We'll see you down the road.
Okay, so you got a redeeming quality to you then.
Yes.
That's great. If you can do that, you're fine.
Yes.
I don't think he can do that.
Because I want to look him in his eye, because I want him to know I'm going to get
Okay,
you know
all right,
back.
that's fine. But why is this guy still going strong at 41? He lived for
Protection the rules.
Oh, protection of rules. No, he lived for what happened Sunday night. That's what he lived
He had
for.
to get the 32nd ranked defense and the 31st ranked pass defense. He lived for that. Boy,
He
if I could
lived
just give
for putting Patrick Mahomes back in his place 43-40 at
Pat
age
Mahomes
41.
gave him the business. Did you see what the Mahomes did?
Wait a second. Who got into your restaurant on Sunday
Aaron
night?
Rodgers got in there last night.
No,
I stayed up and late.
We're changing the
I stayed up
subject.
late.
You had to stay open real late on Sunday night.
Hey, I stayed up and late for it.
Because Tom Brady had to fly all the way across country. He didn't have to just come from Green Bay. He flew all the way private to your restaurant very late on Sunday night.
Aaron told me he wanted one of them old beer-soaked brats. I don't normally serve food. I just serve dubs and ales in my restaurant. But since Aaron, I knew he was coming late, Skip, I had about 5 or 6 of them old beer-soaked brats. Let them things hammer down a little bit. Just had some mustard for him. He said that had him a good old time. He said, told me to tell Skip I'm the first quarterback in the 99-year history, 400-plus yards, no picks, and tubs. First. That guy can he say that?
Wait, he beat C.J. Beathard? Yikes.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Oh, don't do that, Skip.
So, what do we know about Tom Brady? What have we heard just in the last 24 hours? We saw him on Sunday night yell at Gronkowski.
Yeah.
Stand up! You know, because he's in charge. He's in Psycho Tom mode. Does he love Gronk? Yeah, he did a little cutesy Instagram post trying to kiss and make up a little bit. Gronk, you can do anything you want as long as you stick on guys like that.
Ooh,
that was bizarre.
That was the ultimate cheese. Oh, but good. Look here, Cheetos don't have that kind of cheese. That was so cheesy.
It was so cheesy.
I mean, come on, Skip. I was just.
And what did he yell? Here we go. My kids are
Let's
sleeping.
go.
That was a little corny.
You know what?
That was Dad Tom.
I mean, you know what?
Okay.
I'm glad Seven.
Split personality.
You know what? I'm glad. You know what? I am so glad that I played with number 7 because there have been times, and he was just like, T, hey, you need to be up in this one. I wish he would have yelled at me, talking about stand up. I'd have looked at him like, who you think you talking to?
Okay, then we had the Boston Globe report of yesterday about Aaron Hernandez and a lot of deep stuff in there. But one little anecdote from practice was that Aaron came out one day in flip-flops for a walk-through. I think it was on a Friday. I think it was Friday, and he was bull jiving. And Tom Brady yelled him off the practice field, get the you-know-what out of practice.
Yeah.
Yelled him off the practice field. Okay, that's Psycho Tom.
Yeah.
Driven, crazed. But that's not a corny dad. I don't know, right?
I ain't got no problem with the competing, but I'm just saying, Skip Bayless, look, man, you can't expect that when you beat us for me to come shake your hand, but when we beat the brakes off you, all of a sudden you disappear.
So if you want to say the only thing that's wrong with Tom Brady is he's a poor sport, you can have
That ain't the only thing. That ain't the only thing. I'm just saying, my guy was in Lambo with a bum leg.
Yeah.
On a bum wheel, Skip, on a flat tire, he won the Daytona last night.
Yeah. So he ran 4.2 up the field.
That man ain't run no
Not a 4.2. I'm a Vikings fan. I can respect what I saw from Aaron Rodgers last night. I can respect it. I don't love it.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk a bit more about Rodgers because he may have just proved he's the best quarterback in the NFL last night. He may have done it.
No,
Rob Parker, he's going to help us next.
Yeah, Detroit, come out here and tell him.
Dave's dream car. Of course, he prefers the pearl white to the cherry red. But you can't fit 3 kids and a dog who's prone to car sickness in a sports car. Yeah, Dave's had to compromise a lot lately. But not when it comes to cutting the cord. Fubo gives him all the sports he needs, as well as all the shows his family loves.